So my simple question, Pete, is why can't the president actually say what's in the bill and what he thinks is going to happen as a result of this bill?
Well, we're basing a lot on the assumptions and modeling of the CBO, and they are about as reliable as meteorologists.
They're pretty accurate.
Well,
you
but
talked
they're
about
not.
this.
They're not. I know Scott has said this. They're
Well,
not infallible.
Okay, I know, but you mentioned this yesterday. So we pulled up from the archives because we talked about this a lot on this show. CBO's estimates for the Trump 2017 tax cuts. Look at the estimates and look at the actual numbers. They're pretty much in line. In fact, the CBO was pretty much on target, except for perhaps the effect of a once-in-a-generation pandemic. So the idea that the CBO is suddenly unreliable is not true. But even if they were, what are the president's numbers? What does he think it's going to be?
Well, and let's talk about the Tax Cut Act. I didn't get to finish this point last night, which is it was unpopular before it was passed.
But
once Americans saw the positive effects, they want it to be extended, and that's what the big
But what does
bill
the president think is going to happen to Medicaid recipients as a result of this bill?
So I think something that has been lost in this entire conversation is if we have any chance of getting our fiscal house in order, of reducing deficits and debt for the long term, we will have to make difficult decisions when it comes to the mandatory spending programs, including Medicaid. That's a reality. And if we keep
let me let Sheila in. She's
never going to get anything
She's chuckling
done.
over there.
Well, it's hard to know where to begin, but I mean, everyone agrees that this bill is not going to reduce our fiscal problems. It's massively adding to the deficit.
That's not true that everyone agrees.
By $3 trillion.
It cuts more than $1 trillion.
Well, based on fake math
and
that you guys are peddling.
You believe that our money earned is the property of the government.
No, it's because because that is the cost of the bill. I mean, you can say that
tax cuts don't cost anything. I reject that.
You can say, first of all, you can say that it doesn't matter. That's your opinion. But the fact of